Towards the inside, Hall looking to extricate off the rails. He's now away from the fence, but going up around him, Burning Magic, Night Watchman, and back behind them, Get Over It last of all in a bunching field. Around the home corner now, they're on top of the bend at the 400. Magnoscope tackled by Dusty Storm. Rich Red pulled out, one short, got held up behind them there. He's flat to the floorboards, one short. Parading looking for an inside run. Here's Burning Magic and Get Over It down the outside at the 200. Rich Red had hit the front, but Get Over It is about to quickly descend upon it. It dashed up, hit the front, Get Over It, pulled away. He put the stick into the left hand. He wanted to duck back to the rails, but he's pulling clear, Get Over It. And Shooter McGruddy pulled the right rein. Get Over It beat Rich Red, Burning Magic third. One short after a checkered passage in the straight, fourth home from Parading, Magnoscope weakening, then Night Watchman, and last to greet the judge, Dusty Storm.
Very impressive victory again there, Trevor, and clearly Sean had a good opinion of the galloper hopping off one short, which had also been racing really well.
Exactly, Adam. He, today he was racing against horses who were more experienced and obviously fitter. They'd had a few runs under their belt, but we thought his midweek win was pretty encouraging, and I just thought this race was a good test for him to see, ongoing towards the Guineas if he was going to be up to it, and I think he showed that pretty well.
Well, as you said, that first up win looks to have been in a nice horse in Enchanted Dreams, and you and Sean both mentioned that you had to go a little bit earlier than you would have liked. So to be able to see it again now, over 1,400 metres, in a field where there have been plenty of winners as well, ticks a lot of boxes.
Exactly. Obviously drew the outside in 8, and I just said to Sean, just ride him really quiet and just hold up until you straighten right up and then let him find the line. And looked like he ran into a bit of trouble there for a while, but overcome that and displayed that good turn of foot again.
Looked to be laying in late as well, so there's still plenty of rawness and greenness here which you can work with moving forward.
I think so. I mean, that's something, he's still a bit inexperienced. We can rectify that later, but we'll probably give him 3 weeks off now and then head towards the WA Guineas later in the year.
Certainly some very exciting times, and a bit later on you've got Basal del Prado. What are we expecting there?
I think he'll run a nice race. I think he probably still needs the run, and he's heading towards the Boulder Cup in a fortnight, so want to derive a good bit of fitness out of this race, but he wouldn't surprise me to run well.
Certainly looking forward to that later on. And just quickly as well, we know that you're very involved with 2-year-olds in purchases as well and getting owners involved, and this horse just backs up that you don't need to have a wad full of cash in your pocket, do you?
No, exactly. The owner, John Gullen, went along and bought this horse privately for $3,000, and it's certainly a bargain buy. He was just talking prior to the race about how much I paid for my yearlings this year, and it's a bit embarrassing to tell him what I did pay.
Yeah, he's definitely got the biggest grin on course. Congratulations, Trevor.
Thank you.
We'll grab winning jockey now, Sean McGruddy and Shooter. No doubt it was probably a tough decision to jump off one short, which had been racing well as well, but the right decision.
Yeah, very tough decision. In saying that, I don't really like getting off a last start winner, but I thought Wolfie's horse, one short, had the better form behind the Celt, and he was obviously looking for the 1400. Just the fact that he, there's still basically 2, these horses, and he was buttering up from last week. So with that, I thought I'd better stick with the last start winner. And when the barrier draw came out, I really thought I'd pulled the wrong rein because obviously we drew the outside and one short drew 4. But look, this horse's turn of foot's quite exciting.
It certainly is, and you mentioned last time you had to go a little bit earlier than you would have liked, and today there were still a couple of things that he's learning, so there's plenty of upside.
Yeah, look, I didn't have any option but to wait today. Well, I was instructed not to go that early as well. I got a bollocking for that off Trevor last time. But yeah, look, the pace was really strong early, and so that was going to suit us. And then when it slowed up around the turn, I thought if I get going around him, he's just going to get shunted because everyone will pop off with the slow speed. And so I cut the corner and needed a bit of luck, but because he was travelling so well, he made his own luck.
And from what you're feeling out there, just going to get better with distance?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, once he learns to settle, it's only his second start, but like I say, he settled good off the strong speed early, and then he sort of wanted to get on the chewy a bit. But I think even once he hits the front, he still gets quite lost. Today he wanted to get in again and sort of stargaze. So I think once he really learns how to run through the line and run away from, not that he has to win by much more than 2.5 lengths like he did today, but once he really learns what his craft's all about, yeah, he should go into better races, hopefully.
We've seen you and Trevor have great relationships with some of these young horses. Now a couple of weeks off and then Guineas bound, so good to see excitement with another potential galloper that's going to do something. Yeah,
for sure. Look, Trevor always gets a good horse, and he always manages to find one for me as well, which is great.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.